one.
Hello everyone. I want to introduce myself. My name is Will, and I have been accessorizing this Ford F-150 2023 Lariat. I put quite a few things in it, accessories, and one of the accessories that I want to share with you is that I've been shopping around for a step. Unfortunately, when I purchased the truck, it did not have a step, the built-in step that goes into the tailgate. So that left me with quite a bit of dilemma. How do I get one with a step in it? In order to get one with the step, I would have to buy a brand new tailgate, and that would have put me in quite a bit of a hole. Number two is that I want you to bear with me, please. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just trying to share something with everyone so that if they have to go through the purchasing of a step, they can have the option of what I bought and installed in this truck. Thank you for your patience. Any comments I would appreciate, and I will try to answer any questions that you have. So to no further ado, there was a whole bunch of steps, ones that you might put over here, install in the truck over here, small ones. Actually, I opted for this one because I really enjoyed the fact that it's well built, heavy duty, it's strong, and it has quite a few features in it that I really enjoy. Now, before we get started, I want you to look at this tailgate. It's nice and flat over here. I want you to look at this top right over here. It goes up, it's got like a lip that goes from here all the way through this part over here. So bear in mind this one because it's very important for you to know about this. Of course, I did the hard work. I learned the hard way, measuring and back and forth, and until I finally got it just about right. I am taking the guesswork out of this. So here's the step that I purchased. It's from Limitless Chassis. It's from Australia, and the reason it's already installed because it's one piece, one whole piece. There's nothing to add to it. This is the way it comes from factory. The only thing that it has is the kit, which has I believe it's, and I will show you. It's going to have 2, 4, 6 screws in it. Excuse me, it's a little windy. 6 screws on one side and 6 screws on the other. Now, I'm going to try to go real slowly so you can try to keep up with me. I measured everything as best as possibly as I can. You all know that if you're going to install this part right here, this has to come out, obviously. Once this is out, one whole piece, then you have to take off the service panel. This service panel has to come out. It's got 2, 4, 6, 8 screws on this service panel, which is right over here. Now, the measurements of this so that it'll fit really great on this tailgate, I will show you so you can have an idea. So let's say, for example, from the edge, from this edge right over here, this edge to here, I'm gonna have approximately 6.5 or 6 3/8. Okay, let's check the other side. On the other side, from this edge right here to here, I'm going to have approximately a little bit more, 7 1/4. Okay, there's a reason for that. First of all, if you're going to install this, don't worry about it protruding down. It's not going to happen. You can't. Why? Because here's the reason why. When this comes out, this part over here serves as a stop. Now, remember when I said to keep an eye on this this lip right over here, as you can see, look at it, the inside of it. Okay, so at first I installed this a little bit further down and both sides, and what happened was that this lip right here was interfering, so this would stay up like that. You could not close, and this closes right over. It closes right over here in this magnet that I'm trying to show you, camera. This magnet is where it meets this piece of metal and it closes. It wasn't closing, so therefore I had to install it a little bit further away. Now when I come around to the magnet, you can see that it closes. Now I want you to see and look down through here. Let me put extra light so you can see it. Hope this works. Down this edge, if you can see it, it's just not even barely touching. It's right as close to that lip that you have on the tailgate. Okay, now it works. And let me show you what the only thing about that is that when you open it completely, you're gonna have a slight play over here. Let me show you with the camera. You're gonna have a slight gap right over here, okay, and a slight gap over here because it needed to be pulled out a little bit further away so it would not touch this part right here. Otherwise you would not be able to close this. So as you can see, focusing on this, when I step on it, you'll see that it'll go in a little bit there, but it'll stop. But here I am standing on the ladder itself, and I tell you, it's wonderful. I mean, this is great. Okay, well, I'm gonna get into more details, but first I want you to see how strong it is, and it's so easy. If you look from back here at the whole setup, it's great. Okay, I mean, it's wonderful. And here I go, I'm getting up. I'm not a young individual. Actually, I'm past 60. So I definitely needed this. My days of jumping from the floor to the back of the tail, those days are over. But this makes things a little bit easier. And if I want to sit down on it, I can sit down and chill out and do whatever I have to do. One of the amazing things that prompted me to purchase this is this part right here. That closes right there. Okay, good. This is a 5.5 foot cap right here, okay? And I installed the retractable turnout in it, aluminum, which is great. I love it. That's a story for another day. So 5.5, and I lost 1 foot. But with this, I gained 2 feet back because I can install it right here. I'll take this pin off over here, this pin up over here on this side, and place this here, put the pin back over here. I'm sorry for the, like I said, I'm not a professional, and there. So what I did was I stretched it back 2 feet, more or less, from the start of the end of the, got the cap. I don't know what this is, okay? So, and it's strong, it's not going anywhere. So, now let's get back to the nitty gritty of the install, the do's, the don'ts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, let me go, oh, yeah, I did already. Oh, and the closing, perfect, closes in really good. Right here, let me show you where the little stick is facing right here. So it goes, it turns and it closes and it tightens it up. Now, when you lift it up and close it, mind you, it's gonna be a little bit more heavy, the gate. It's about 40 pounds, I believe. open it back up. Let's open, no, let's not open this. Let me show you why it's important. The position of this, if you can see the service port, this service port is for these clamps, okay? These clamps. This is why this is very important. The position right here. Because there is no way, there's no way that these two screws right up here, these two screws, if you can see them, okay, was gonna fit right. Actually, in this position, they both fit perfectly in this inside box that it has in there. I did not want to destroy anything. Can you notice both of them? That is perfect. Not only is it perfect, it serves two purposes. And now this one over here, this one, only one screw was able to go into this box over here. Let me show you. Trying to show you right here. Here it is right there. And one screw hole is out here, but let me open this up so you can see it. Hold on. Stay right there. Here's that. Now, I knew this was going to happen, but that's okay because, like I said, it serves two purposes. I did not drill a hole over here, and I did not put a self-tapping screw, quite a big one, because I wanted both the metal of the tailgate and this plate, the service plate, to be intact so that when I install a self-tapping screw, which is what these are, self-tapping, then it'll be strong. So do not drill over here. Now, why do I say it serves two purposes? Okay. When I installed this whole thing, mind you, this is not on there, okay? So, but it's you get the picture. This is not on there. Now, this is out, okay? Why? Because this is off, because you have to put your hands underneath here to hold the nuts inside these screws so you can tighten them on all of them. So, with that said, once these four are tight, and they have to be tight, there's no if, buts, or maybe, you have to tighten them, you have to install this service plate. But guess what? This service plate is not gonna go in. There's no way, because this is extremely tight. It's tight. So what I did was I unhooked one cable. Unhooked one cable out. All right. I let it drop. Can you come on this side, please? I unhooked the cable, let it drop. All right. It's still holding its place. Then, without putting these in there yet, so you got 1, 2, 3 that I haven't placed yet. These 4 are gonna be tight. So this plate going in through here like this, from my right to the left, there's no way it was gonna go in here. So what I did was, I used a wedge. Anything will work. Anything with a wedge. I used the wedge, hit it in there, slightly lifted this up. I put another wedge over here, slightly lifted this up. Actually, I put it right over here, remember. Right here. See, that where it gets stuck? So, once it was slightly lifted, then this whole plate, this whole service plate that goes from here all the way to about over here, slid nice and smoothly. I says, yeah, Eureka. Once the plate was nicely, it fit in there, slid all the way over here, I was able, of course, to secure it. So that's a great plus. Then, after the plate was in there that I secured, then I came over here and secured the 2 nuts that go over here. one here, and one over here. One here. That's it. That's as best as I could get it with the measurements that I wanted, so it would fit right, it would open right, and I still have accessibility to 1, 2, 3 of them. Mind you that I already said that I did not place this fourth one, because I wanted you to see it, which I will eventually put a self-tapping screw in there, and it'll be the end of my project. Now, after you put the service plate in there and screw it back in there, I wanted to place the plastic back on it. So I measured very, very meticulously the measurements of the plastic, so that only this one piece over here, this one piece would be cut out. As you can see, if you aim like this a little bit, as you can see, it came out pretty good, nice, right on the money, up in here. Now, here's the boo-boo that I made. When I was cutting this one, so to duplicate the other side, here it is right here, okay, I got carried away, and the saw just went zip right through here. So unfortunately, those are, you know, things that happen. I'm not gonna buy another one just for the thrill, because I still have the holes that are here. And overall, it still looks great on the truck. If you look at it, it still looks pretty good. It's great. And basically that's about it. Now, you're gonna ask yourself, okay, but now I installed all that. I showed you where the measurements need to be, so that you can have 2 nuts coming in through this little port right here, the service port for the clamps, and one over here. Okay, I showed you that already. Now, let's see. I said to myself, okay, now, the reason of these service ports are so that you can put clamps in there, and perhaps put a 2x4 or 1x2, or put some wood on there, and use your 400 watt power supply that's over here, your 400 watts power supply, so that you can cut wood. So I said, well, let me check it out. So let's see if I can place a 1x2 in there and see if it works, and see if it holds it. Let's check this out. Oh, that fits. And grab. That's tight. This fits in there, even though there's a screw in there, but it's not going to bother it. And it's tight. So there we have it. It does work. So you can still grab a saw and go through it and cut, so it still works. Now this is the 1x2. I said, what if it's a little bit thicker than that? How about 2x4? Well, let's see. Let's grab a 2x4. Sorry, it's a nasty looking 2x4. Wood is very expensive around here these days. So this is what I have. Let's try a 2x4. Of course, it matters most the type of clamp that you have to clamp this down. So with a 2x4, it's close. Oh, but look, it goes in. Good. Try this one. It goes in too. And it's tight. And there we have it. Here we go. See? Here it is, nice and tight. It is tight. You can still do it. So it doesn't interfere in you placing wood over here and placing your clamps and cutting it. One thing though that I haven't been able to kind of figure out yet, and I'll show you what it is in a minute. Take this back out. Put the 2x4 back. Now, on this side over here, this one came out perfectly. It opens and closes nice. It doesn't hit the the head of the nut over here. It doesn't hit it. Now this one, when you open it, it's slightly, when you're coming back, it hits the nut. It hits one of them. Actually, yeah, it hits actually both of them. I really didn't want to shave this off or anything. So what I do, I take a pick, go back here, pull it, boom, and it's closed. And I'd rather leave it alone like that. If I need to use it, I'll push it in. Here you go, watch. And it's back. It's a matter of a little bit, but I don't know how it's gonna affect when it's closing it, that little bit. So I'd rather just do it like that. Well, that's it for my tailgate. And the tailgate, I purchased it at Limitless Chassis in Australia. I have to tell you, and I'll say it one more time, I went crazy looking for a tailgate that would do all these good things, and the usefulness of it, and the ability to, I mean, it doesn't get any faster than that. And I think that it stands for the name of Limitless Chassis. I am not promoting them. I didn't get a discount for them, but quality stuff deserves mentioning. And that's why I'm doing this, because I strongly believe that this is quality. If there is one out there that's better than this one, then go ahead, by all means. As a matter of fact, I think that even the one that comes from factory that you all know, that's over here, there's no way that that small little thing, and they show it real nice, and you get up there and you get it's going to be as strong as this. Okay, no way. No way. And I'm about 190 plus, and look at this. I mean, and easy to get on it and easy to get off. I love it. I love it. It's not expensive. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not expensive, because if you were to buy something like this over here, it's gonna cost you over here. The shipping, it's a little bit, remember, they have to ship it from Australia. And one thing I gotta give it to these people. April, you're awesome. They shipped it. It took, I believe, 7 days from the moment that I purchased it. I called them up, 7 days. And I got this in my door. Says, hell no. That's faster than ordering anything from California being shipped to Florida. I mean, they're awesome. The packaging was absolutely great. These people deserve a thumbs up. Here's the Limitless Chassis step. I enjoy it. Easy to put away. It doesn't get better than that. I'll try to put a link on the Limitless Chassis. And well, these things, you know, I'll put a link in there anyway. And if you have any questions, sure, send me a text and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I love you guys, and I hope that I fulfilled my promise to you that this is it's worth it, and you'll see you around in my next video. Thank you. Goodbye.